Hi there guys, my name is Tash. I'm a rig welder with Legion Pipe and Fabricators, and we are in Nisku, Alberta, Canada for Legion's Fab Shop here. We have my friend Tash here, and she's going to be welding titanium tubing. So you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Hi guys, I'm Tash, a welder from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I work for a company called Unobtainium Welding in Strathmore, Alberta. We specialize in building exotic exhausts for supercars. Today I'll be doing a video of welding some 3-inch titanium tubing in a positioner. So this is something you might see on an exhaust tip. Well, that's what I use it for. I'm gonna add a bit of color and show you guys the weld, so stay tuned. So the first step in anything is your prep. Wipe it down with acetone, methanol, kind of whatever cleaner you have. You can have it polished, satined, kind of whatever. We just got this for today, and I'm gonna add some color so that before I weld it, you can see one of those crazy blues or purples, and then the contrast with the silver on the weld. So you wanna heat it kind of evenly all over, but it heats up really quickly, so you can go too far and get kind of ugly colors if you aren't careful and slow down. And if you don't wipe all of it off, all down evenly, and there's any fingerprints, you'll absolutely see it when you heat it up. So it's a really important step to make sure if you're heating something that it's really super clean. So now we're gonna let that cool down and start welding. All right, so we're gonna get to welding some 3-inch thin tube titanium. So when you're welding with titanium, the gas coverage is really important. So you'll want to use a gas lens so that you can kind of disperse that gas rather than have it so concentrated in the more traditional collet bodies. So I like to use the Furic BBW, and this runs about 35 CFH. It's like a lot of gas coverage. So today I'm using the Dynasty 200. You have a little bit lower amperage when you're welding titanium. You don't need a crazy machine with really high output. You can kind of have a range of, some people like to set it to the max what they'll be using, but I like to just set it the most I think I would need and then use the foot pedal to adjust. The only other thing I really change is my post flow. I keep it around 7 seconds. Sometimes you need more. You can kick it in again if you need a little bit more coverage if you went a little far and got it hot, but 7 is usually pretty good for about a ½ inch of titanium welding. We've got our positioner set. The speed kind of depends on the person. Some people weld really quickly and hot and dip really fast. Some people weld slow, have more pronounced dips. You kind of have to find that yourself. It really depends. I don't think anyone can really tell you exactly what to put it at, the perfect recipe, but so we're gonna start. Here we go. So we're gonna initiate our arc. We're gonna let that puddle wet out and kind of get the profile we're looking for, and then introduce the filler, and then introduce the foot pedal once you've got a dip or two and you think you can get your speed. So like I said, everyone's different. You can kind of tell what you're comfortable with pretty early on. And don't forget to leave your tungsten and your filler rod in the gas flow so that you don't have any color on either. Even if you stick your filler rod, your tungsten, anything, stop, leave it there, don't pull anything away, and then restart, because you'll give yourself the best chance to be able to fix the weld and have it look nice rather than, you know, making color and making a big mess. If you go too far or you're going too fast, you adjust yourself, and that's what your pedals are for. That's what your filler rod does as well. You can heat up your puddle, add more, add less. So it's a balancing act of all of them because there's so many variables, but it's kind of part of the game. We'll reinitiate. I'm gonna slow down a little bit so that I'm always being 90 with the weld wherever I'm going, and we'll reinitiate where we stopped and then get our profile. So
Start the arc, wait, and don't rush it. And then get your puddle. And I'm feeding the filler rod with my thumb, and that just takes practice. They have tools out there you can buy to do it for you with a roller, but it's a hard skill to learn, but once you get it, it's very helpful.
So the farther you go, you kind of more color you get unless you have that trailing shield. It's starting to get hotter, so it's starting to get more color as you go. So like I said, if you want the silver and you don't have a trailing cup, you have to do smaller sections, but that gives you the chance to have wacky tie-ins and spots that people can see. So it's kind of all preference.
So reheat the puddle, get our profile, get ready, and introduce the filler. And there we go. And the thing to remember with titanium is patience. Give it the time it needs to cool. Give the puddle the time it needs to wet out and get how it wants to be. And then at the end, you just want to go over it, give an extra dip, and tail out really slow.
So there you guys go. There's a quick rundown of some 3-inch titanium thin wall tubing. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.